The air inside has not moved in 3,000 years. And the moment the seal cracks, it rushes out, like the tomb is exhaling for the first time since the pharaoh died. Dust that has sat undisturbed for millennia lifts off the floor. A team of archaeologists stands frozen at the entrance, torches trembling in their hands, because nobody actually knows what waits inside until this exact second. This is the part people never picture when they imagine tomb openings. It is not a dramatic golden reveal. It is slow, cautious, almost nervous work. Every step forward risks collapsing a floor that has been rotting from the inside for centuries. So the team moves inch by inch, checking the ground, checking the ceiling, because one wrong step can end the discovery before it even begins. The first thing that hits them is the smell. Not decay, not rot, but something dry and strange. A mix of old wood, crumbling linen, and stone dust that has never touched fresh air. That smell alone tells the archaeologists this tomb was sealed properly, which means whatever is inside might still be untouched by looters. And that matters more than people realize, because almost every tomb in Egypt was robbed within decades of being sealed. Grave robbers knew the layouts better than modern archaeologists do today. They knew which walls hid treasure and which corridors led to dead ends built specifically to trick them. So when a team finds a tomb that is actually sealed, that is exactly why it becomes historic. It means they are the first humans to see this room in thousands of years. As the torchlight spreads across the chamber, the details start forming out of the darkness. Painted walls, still vivid, still holding colors that should have faded to nothing. Statues standing exactly where priests placed them during the burial ceremony. Some archaeologists have described this moment as the strangest kind of silence, because everything looks frozen mid-motion, like the room was abandoned an hour ago instead of 30 centuries ago. Then comes the coffin, and this is where things get complicated, because opening a coffin is not like opening a box. The wood is often so fragile that touching it wrong causes it to crumble into fragments. So archaeologists spend days, sometimes weeks, just studying it before they even attempt to lift the lid. Every layer of linen wrapped around the body has to be documented, because rushing this process can destroy information that took the ancient embalmers weeks to create. Here is the thing that surprises most people. The pharaoh inside rarely looks like the golden ruler from the movies. After thousands of years, the body is fragile, dark, and shrunken, wrapped tightly in linen that has turned brittle. But it is exactly this decay that tells the real story, because the condition of the mummy reveals how the person lived, how they died, and sometimes even what disease finally took them. And that is exactly why these tombs matter so much. It is not about gold or treasure, even though treasure is often found. It is about information. Every object placed in that tomb was chosen deliberately. The food carved into the walls, the tools buried beside the body, the specific gods painted above the coffin. All of it tells archaeologists what this person believed happened after death. Which is why so many teams protect these tombs obsessively once they are opened. Light exposure can fade paint that survived thousands of years in darkness. Humidity from human breath can warp wood that has been perfectly preserved. So the moment a tomb opens to the world, a race begins to document everything before the outside air slowly starts undoing what time itself could not. But here is what stays with most archaeologists long after the discovery. Standing in that chamber, surrounded by paintings made by hands that have been gone for 3,000 years, you are not just looking at history. You are the first person in millennia to stand exactly where someone once stood, believing with complete certainty that this room would carry them safely into whatever came next.